Survivors ready! Go!
Right now, the final 9 contestants are competing in their second individual immunity challenge. They have all been told a story about the ancient Greek tragedian Euripides. Having memorized this story to the best of their ability, they must visit specific stations located throughout the entire campsite and answer questions pertaining to the story they had just listened to. At each station are multiple choice questions and letters corresponding to each possible answer. The players must choose the correct letter corresponding to the correct answer to the question. There are 10 questions altogether. Once they've retrieved the 10 correct letters, they must head back to their starting mat and unscramble those letters to form a word. The first player to do so wins immunity.
I should know this. I teach drama. When my students watch this, they are going to be so pissed at me. I'll study Euripides next time, guys.
Out of all the players in need of immunity this round, there should be no question that the player most in danger is Tyler Kakuno, whose ally Suzette got idled out of the game at the previous tribal council. Will he manage to do the impossible and secure safety for himself? Or will he once again be forced to attend another tribal in danger of elimination?
Cole interrupted me. He thinks he has the word, and he does. Cole wins immunity! Tragedians was the word.
As luck would have it, it is Cole that ends up surprising everyone as the winner of the final 9 immunity challenge. Having been aligned with Tyler on the previous Hecuba tribe and having voted with Tyler at the previous tribal council, this could possibly spell out good news for Tyler and his alliance, the ones who are currently in the minority. Regardless of what happens though, it is clear that this is anyone's game. 9 remain who will be voted out next. Seventh person voted out is Survivor BC Deus Machina.
Well played!
And the first member of the jury is Suzette.
Oh,
Suzette,
well, you got me the jury.
come bring me your torch.
So, that was my doing, hands down. I gave the idol to Cheston. I knew it was split. I made sure it was only getting split 2 ways. They wanted to do 3, so it's a risk. But I think it was, in this moment, I think it was the right choice. We'll see how it all plays out.
All right, you guys will be heading to your next individual immunity challenge.
Right now?
Stand up and head to the challenge area.
So I just played the hidden immunity idol to save my skin, man. I knew I couldn't trust Tyler. He wanted to make an alliance with me, and I called total BS. We weren't sure completely if the other tribe also had an idol, and Suzette just seemed like the least likely option that they would play an idol on.
What do they think Jeff flipped? No, Cole flipped. No. I mean, did they think? Who did they? Cole. Yeah, Cole came up to me and said, "I voted you out, but I'm gonna explain."
Yeah, it was a 5-5, so that means Cole voted for me, and he said that he did. He said he's gonna explain why later, so we will find out why. Also, Kirk, thank you for loaning me your idol, sir. I do not plan on screwing you over.
For the first time in this game, we can breathe. Yeah. If you want, we can play. We just came out now, Tyler.
Yeah, I've been holding my breath since like 10 o'clock on 2 days ago.
We just can't let Tyler win. That's all. Exactly.
The alliance that I'm working in right now consists of myself, Hunter, Jack, Kirk, Jeff, and Cole. We won this battle, but the war's far from over. But Tyler, I'm so coming for you, dude. You already know, I am anti-Tyler. It's only a matter of time, dude. So, get ready.
You voted,
Yeah,
I believe you,
yeah, no, I had the frowning face.
We gotta get Jeff on our side.
He's on our side. They all voted.
No, they didn't. There was 5.
He had 5 votes.
So it was myself, Suzette, Regan, Kirk,
Oh fuck.
and you. So you gotta make a final 3 with Jeff
Okay.
and Kirk, and then say we'll bring Tyler and Regan along the shields.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Okay.
We could do this.
Yeah.
I'm confident actually.
So we just finished our tribal council, and it was a blindside. We lost Suzette. It's pretty devastating. We lost her on a idol. It would have been 5-5. They played the idol correctly, and Suzette went home. My biggest worry now is whether or not I have the numbers anymore, because Jeff flipped, but he says he's with us now. You gotta take that with a grain of salt. But Cole stayed with us, so we could have 5. Like, Jeff is definitely the swing vote now. I think we're gonna go right back into it. But hopefully we still have this 5-4 numbers advantage, and we can take another one of them out.
Fucking, I thought we had.
Kurt?
Yeah.
You know, I had a feeling we didn't have him. Jeff told me we had. Like in that final conversation we had right there.
I think that the biggest threat right now is Cheston. He added something to his resume. Now we have to play on it and then take him out. My allies I gotta trust right now are Regan and Tyler, and then Cole. But Cole seems so fucking sketchy up there. But he voted with us. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
We'll just tell everyone we're voting Hunter.
Well, actually, the problem with that, now that I think Hunter is a super idol,
I'm
so I rather than not think it's Hunter, I rather tell Jack like something like we're voting Kirk or something, so then like he can tell that, and I don't think Hunter would waste it. And we'll say oh, we want it to be like it's like us 4, and we can maybe get Cole or something. Yeah. Like we're trying to work on Cole, so we can at least force it to be a tie. If he does have the super idol.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do without Suzette. Because we're so close. Totally. Because everyone from the purple tribe were like, oh yeah, we haven't heard of any idols at all, so I don't know if Cheston told anyone. I was like, oh no. And then when I voted, I was like, I don't know if this is right, because I don't know what's going on.
Okay. So no, he probably would. But this is what we need to do. The trick is that we just need to make it seem like we're just trying to tie. We're just trying to get you to flip with us. Yeah. And so you tell them that I was been working on you, and you just like rejected and everything. Like just throw me under the bus.
Yeah. No.
And basically say I'm trying to get rid of Kurt, and then what's happened? They're.
Now I just have Tyler, and I keep hearing people talk about how they want to vote at Tyler, and then I'm all by myself. I don't know what's gonna happen. It just sucks, because like I feel like if Tyler gets voted out, Hunter was saying that he would be with me if Tyler gets voted out. So I'm like voting out someone who would be with me. But if Hunter gets voted out and Tyler doesn't, then it would work out.
This came from Jack. Yeah, VU. What does VU mean?
VU.
RMWAVU. I know, but like
no,
VU.
it's supposed to be W. It was a W up there, and then it's a U on here. It's
Yeah, I know, but I mean like, is it a code?
yeah, right. This is what my first thought was like the outhouse window out there, like, but I couldn't find anything.
So wait,
who are you? What?
Right?
Okay, things that you were concerned about.
Absolutely crazy.
It's just 3 lines.
Where did you see it? I got it. Whatever it was.
Holy shit.
Nothing in the rafter. Behind your head. That's on fire. don't know. Where would production put it?
That's got a real room with a view type feel to it because it's enclosed. It has a view out there. This could be where it is. That would be. I'm gonna take a real shot at this one.
I love it. Are you kidding me? This is so much fun. I also found the clue to the super idol. So right now the power's in my hands to make it happen. If I have the opportunity to find it before I'm voted out of this freaking game, I don't think I'm going anywhere. So, we'll see. Underneath the green dragon scales. This is so abstract-tastic, right? Green dragon scales.
All right, Cole, come on up. Congratulations, you've won individual immunity. It is yours. You are safe at Tribal Council, which is starting in 30 minutes.
All
right, head off.
Super speed camp life.
Yeah, it feels great winning immunity. Usually I'm pretty humble, but it was actually like quite a domination. Like some people were doing like devastation and like immunity and all sorts of weird different words. So I was happy because it wasn't just like a win, it was like a blowout win. So it feels good and I'm proud of it. It's nice to have one of these under my belt and to be able to say I've won one.
Dude, so you're gonna bump me up because you're unconfident? Because you promised me 5.
Yeah, I want Cheston.
Yeah, I know. What about this time?
Oh,
Yeah, but dude, like, it's if you're not like 100%, that's why people don't follow you.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So who will you put Hunter? Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. You already crossed the once, you're not gonna get, like, you're already in the bottom because you crossed the once. It will not make a difference. Will you vote Hunter?
I didn't cross the once.
You crossed them.
What do you mean?
You voted Cheston last time.
I voted Cheston.
Yeah, exactly. You've already crossed them.
Oh yeah.
So that, vote Hunter, please.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna vote for Tyler, Kakuno, winner of season 3. Right now, there's 9 people left. I'm not planning to just make final 3. I'm planning to win. So I've got to change the perception of me, and that's gonna be hard to do because people see me as boring or like I forget what else I got voted for, but that's just something that has to be changed.
There's no reason to shake it up. Like if we like pitch something other than Tyler, people are gonna get sketched out.
Yeah.
Do we want to do Tyler's? I think so. What do you guys think?
I'm good with it.
I just think he just needs to get out.
Well, first of all, this tribal council is definitely a clash of the titans. The two boisterously outspoken big dogs are going to war. It's Tyler versus Hunter. And there's been a whole lot shaken down in the past time that we've had since the immunity challenge. And I think this game's about to get interesting one way or the other.
Everyone was kind of on me that last vote.
Everybody's on like YouTube for something like Tyler was really about.
Yeah.
Don't talk to him sort of thing.
Yeah, they got mad that I was talking to you. I don't know.
Oh, Tyler didn't want him talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm like the bad. I'm like the.
You're the bad
I'm like
seed.
I'm like the bad influence, like the dirty friend.
I've got a definite plan at this point. The group that, was at least somewhat together last time, we're getting together and we're getting rid of the big dog this time, Tyler. So now's about the time you need to start strategically thinking about which threats to keep and for how long.
We were like the 3 people kind of on the bottom of the tribes, the original tribe.
Yeah. I was told it was him, he was told it was me, sort of thing.
When you guys were full.
Yeah, like on the first day. That's what that could say.
Honestly, we could do like.
Are you guys down to be like a
alliance?
Like a secret, like 3 within the 3?
Yeah.
Revenge of the Nerds.
I guess so. I guess that's what it is.
So right now, I'm definitely with Hunter. I'm definitely with Kurt. I'm definitely with Cheston. I think Cole's back with us. I think we have that 6, and we're gonna ride it out to final 6. And come final 6, I think I have 2 groups of 4 that I can go with. I think I can go with me, Hunter, Cole, and Jeff, or I can go with me, Kurt, Cheston, and Hunter. I can go either way. I'm leaning towards the former, but we'll see. We'll probably vote for Tyler, honestly, but Hunter was expressing that he wants to get region out. I'm hoping we can, whatever 5 was with us, I'm hoping that we can ride it out to final 5.
I've like made plans with people that are like advantageous for both of us, smart for both of us, but they like do something like, I don't know, like emotional or whatever decision that's just against their game, and it like hurts me.
Yeah.
So I like this like good bro.
Yeah, and the thing is, because people see us as like quieter or like on the bottom or whatever, they don't see us as jury threats. So honestly, I think we only have a chance against each other, or like maybe 1 or 2 other people.
Depends on how much game's left, but yeah,
absolutely. Obviously, half the game hasn't been played, but like at this point, at this point, like our best odds is against each other, probably.
Let's not try to divide it too much, but let's get 6 on region right now.
Yeah.
And then see what we can do.
Yeah.
Great.
This is what it should have been.
And I want you guys to be in all
of
blatant honesty. I know this is going to piss him off, but in that stuff was the clue. There wasn't the idol, wasn't there? The super idol. There was a clue for it. It's under the green giant's scales.
The green
One man high is the clue.
The green giant's
A gift from the great goddess. Okay?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, under the green giant's what was it? Under the green giant scales. Okay. 1 man high. So wood here. A gift. That's the idol from the great goddess. So if we went around the house and you're like looking at the boards,
Did anything look like a
nothing yet. Here.
Apparently there's been like a clue found to another clue to that big, powerful super idol that we keep talking about. I've heard it, we all discuss it as a group. I haven't gone looking for it specifically, but it's going to be interesting to see if anybody does find it. That's going to add a whole nother layer to this game.
I'll do anything to survive this fight.
Honestly.
As long as it's anything else, I don't care. Yeah, it's only like, it's us 2, right? It's just us 2. What would Tony Soprano do when he's got 2 free agents? Very capable, loyal.
Well, Tony get paranoid, first of all.
That's true, but you're always paranoid anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm ready to kind of get this.
Exactly. Well, how about I let you think about it and I talk around too?
I don't like these people. I really don't. It's really sucks. I mean, this is definitely not for me. I think for sure this is not for me. I think the second that I started showing emotion is when all my allies completely tuned me off. They started talking to me like a little kid or a liability, which is what led to my breakdown. And we have successfully gotten Suzette out, no thanks to me. So I need to start doing something. Myself, Cole, and Jack, and Jeff are not going to beat any of the other 5. And I'm going to rally them together, and we are going to make a huge move, whether it be get out Kirk,
one of those two out.
Dude, can you tell us what they're voting for? Like, I don't know. You don't know yet?
I'm not even asking. So I agree, right?
I mean, the best thing you can do is I agree. I'm with you on that.
I want to find it.
So we can help you find it. The best thing you can do is yeah, I know. The best thing you can do is convince them to vote like Nolan out.
They're not. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen.
They're not.
Just Nolan not there. So
What about Kirk?
I just talked to Jack.
Well, I guess.
No, he's not. I'm really worried because I've tried to really hype a story for myself or some sort of guidance so that people can see if I make it to the end that I didn't just like goof my way there. And now at this point, it's just sob my way there. I'm scared that I'm going to be a goat and they're going to take me there too because I'm not going to get any votes. So one thing I just don't need is I don't want to be ripped apart by the jury. I mean, like, I'm going to be making moves, and the thing is that the double standard in Survivor, especially with Survivor fans, they're completely sociopathic. I mean, these people do not have any emotion. They do not have any empathy, any sympathy. The thing is with them, the second that I show emotion, when I vote them out, it makes them look bad because they were so hell-bent on being strategic. And the emotional person voted them out is not a good look. I've got to control myself. It was a really shitty round last round, unbelievably shitty. But I have nothing left to lose at this point. I don't want to quit, but I don't care about being in this game anymore because I just don't like these people.
I don't want to be running myself either, but just do what you can. Not good. Nah. Suzette getting idled out last night is not good. I mean, fuck. I got lazy. It's on me. I knew I should have flipped the vote to someone else like Kirk. I knew that was in my gut. I didn't listen to it, but now I have to pay the price for it. I'm gonna try to solve this trouble by getting Jeff to flip, Kirk, anybody. I'm going to pull all the strings of the tribal council. I'm gonna make my pitch. This is my final stand. I think this is where my torch is gonna go out. It's been fun. Maybe not, maybe it'll come through. But I'm gonna make Hunter squirm at least at the end.
Let's bring in the first member of our jury, Suzette, voted off at the last tribal council. Alright, Kirk, now that the jury has started, Suzette is a member of the jury. The person voted off this tribal council is also a member of the jury. They get to control the vote at the final tribal council. How much are you taking into account this jury vote and how they could possibly sway other jury members?
We have to all be taking that into account, but I look at this game a little bit differently like that because each person's an individual. They're going to make their own choices, and whether you're first jury member or last jury member, I think you still have time to impact the vote and impact the jury, and that's what's so great about the game. It's that the choice goes to them, and I love that that's how it ends. I mean, whoever goes there next, if it's me, is obviously going to talk with Suzette and then make, compare stories and figure it out. So with whom I trust in this game to take me further, we've talked about that, and I think we've made the right choice on who should be next.
So Cheston, you made a big move last tribal. Can you just talk about that?
Sure. I heard it was me. Had to play the idol. It ain't me. The end. Like, no, I don't know what can be said. When you have people in your alliance that you trust wholeheartedly and they feel likewise, you can trust them, so word gets around, and we were just able to get the numbers and flip it, I guess.
All right, Cole, well, you won immunity. How did you vote at the last tribal council? Do you feel like your vote from the last tribal council would have affected your game if you didn't win immunity this round?
No, I don't think so. My vote was quite a non-factor in the last vote off. I've explained my vote to everyone, so it's open. I don't think I needed immunity. Like, I trust the people I trust. It was nice to have, though. Like, it's something that you can go home and say, you won this challenge. You won an individual challenge. Like, tribal challenges are nice, but it's cool to win one on your own. I'm better at the puzzle-y type things. I walk pretty slowly, though. My cardio isn't the best. But yeah, hopefully there's more puzzles in store.
Nolan, did the vote off from the last tribal council help you or hurt you?
Of course it hurt me. It's 6 on 3.
Can you name the 6 and the 3?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's funny though, because it's like, let's just say, in a perfect world for these 6, 1, 2, like I think it's be 1, the variation of 2, 3. Go next. It's funny though, because it's like, when I look, so I'll be on the jury and I'm gonna look for a resume. Like, what did you do? And it's, I guarantee you, at least 2 of those guys in the final 3 are gonna done jack shit because they're playing it safe, riding with the 6-person alliance.
It's better that they got there than not
But like,
at all.
Well, that's not true at all.
No,
That's
are you playing to win? You playing to win?
Sorry, that's a horrendous logic. If you lose the game at 21 but could have won, that's much better than losing the game but having no chance at day 39.
But
like, that's horrendous logic. That makes no sense. You're saying you should actively lose the game.
No, what I'm saying is the other side of the coin is you 3. How many of us can beat you 3?
No, that's a different question. But you said, your quote was, it's better to get to the end than not get there at all. That's stupid.
Sure, but what I meant was it implies to this situation.
Okay, that's different. But I'm just saying that idea that as long as we get to the end is idiotic.
But like,
Yeah,
okay, no. Now,
Yeah.
here, I'm gonna challenge you, okay? So, you voted us 3, okay? Now we're at the bottom of Cole, right? He was at the bottom. He was at the bottom of 8. Is this not true? When we started the game, just answer the question. Yes or no? Is he not at the bottom?
So Cole was the first vote discussed. There was 0.
So he was at the bottom.
Yeah.
If that's the first vote discussed, you're at the bottom.
There was like no strategy involved at all. Things have obviously changed since the
But
first
no. So
hour.
what's the difference between you, Kirk, Jack now at the end, and Hunter? You're gonna be the 4, and Cole will probably go 6. And I can make a guess on who's gonna go 5th.
Hunter, you're finally not a part of a giant outburst?
Oh, excuse me.
I don't mean it against you, but what is your opinion on this conversation?
My opinion is this, and it's that every single person here is playing an individual game, no matter what. Whether you're part of an alliance, whether you're on the bottom, on the top, whatever. Everybody right now is gonna do what's best for their game. I know it's a very vague answer, but I think that it's something that everybody here needs to know, and maybe it isn't best for their game to do what they're about to do, but the thing is it's so hard to change people's opinions at this point on what is considered a good move and what is considered a bad move. So, I mean, like, I don't particularly think that there's anything wrong with arguing the subject and arguing on the topic of it, because everybody's just trying to do what's best with their game. I don't think anybody's in the wrong in this argument. And I know, again, a vague answer, but I think it's something that needs to be said.
Does anyone want to respond to Hunter?
No, I agree with what Hunter was saying. I think we all collectively are still playing to win, and that just some people's end games just might not be the same.
Yeah, I'll piggyback on that as well. I'll phrase it a little differently. I think that if you wanted to, like, you look at like this group of people, and especially how like talented and amazing at this game everyone here is.
I'm not very good.
You did fine. I think everyone here could be a threat to, like, you, if you wanted it to be. Like,
Okay,
you could find a reason for every single person here to be a threat to you to win this game.
You want to go first, or you want me to?
a bunch of weak answers, right? Like, oh, you could be a threat to you. It's all about interpretation. This isn't some postmodernist bullshit game we're playing. There's some people who, you got that joke. Yeah. There's some people who are just big threats at this game, and there's other people who are not. Sorry, you may not be that. And what was more interesting than how Hunter said that? And that was a weak answer from a weak person.
Ooh.
No, it's true. I'm not looking for you guys to make a big move. Look, I understand. I'd rather work with a group I know I can trust, and I know I can get to the end with. And I think that in itself is a good game enough. Like, I don't think you need to be sporadic, make a bunch of moves, play idols, all that. That's bullshit. But what I am saying, this guy has thrown you guys under the bus multiple times. He's told me about your plans before, like Kurt is in charge, how Kurt gave him a clue to where the super idol was, and how it was actually false though. But the fact that you told me is how you betrayed his trust.
Okay, but here's the thing.
No.
If it was false, how was that betraying his trust?
Because you thought it was true. So the problem is you thought something was true, and then you said, okay, I'm going to use this against you. So who cares if it was true or not? You still want to get...
Hold on, Tyler, can I interrupt you just for a second? I mean, you're calling me a weak person.
Yes.
You're saying all these things. You're trying to get my vote right now.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to vote you out.
Okay.
Like...
So you're voting me?
Yeah, like the problem is, yes, Hunter's been coming to me, making all these hand signals, like he tapped his nose to me at Tribal, like, ooh, I should be interested. He said, well, we'll see what happens.
I tapped my nose to you at Tribal?
Yeah, you were trying to make a sign to me. You were talking over there.
Tyler,
we'll see
dude,
what
this is completely unnecessary, man.
Shh.
Okay.
He kept trying to say to me, we'll see what happens at Tribal. I should, sit back and relax. He'll make his decision then. I don't want to play with a player like that. I like people who tell me what they're gonna do and they stay true to it. Right. It's weakness, nonetheless.
I mean,
it's weakness, okay. And you go against them and you turn against your allies, the people who protected you, even though they shouldn't, because no one should trust you. When someone plays like that, no one should trust you. You are irrational,
okay,
and that's hard to trust. So I'm basically saying to you guys, you know what? We're voting Hunter. If you want to vote for him, you have my loyalty to the end. 100%. He's weak, he's against you. I'm a strong ally. I don't back down. I never sit down. And I will never cry about a decision I had to make. And I'll never, betray your trust with information you told me.
You know what, Tyler? I respect that you're making this move. I respect that you're giving the speech against me. And you know what? You're fighting hard, but I just don't think it's going to work.
It may not, and it may very likely be going home. But I just want to make it clear of what the end of this game is going to be about.
I would just look at it with this way to the six. 1, 2, 3, 4, we're an alliance. You need 4 jury votes to win. You have to please our alliance.
Does anyone have anything final to say? Any final pleas?
It's been really fun.
Thank you.
I want to say it as well.
All right.
I've enjoyed this. And as much as this would be a horrible end to my story here, it's been fun, everybody, sincerely. It's been awesome.
All right, thank you, boys and girls. It's time to vote. Jack, you're up.
Hopefully I'll get to know you after this, though.
I'll go tally the votes. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Tyler. 1 vote Tyler. Second vote, Hunter. 1 vote Tyler, 1 vote Hunter. Third vote, Tyler. 2 votes Tyler, 1 vote Hunter. 4th vote, Hunter. 2 votes Tyler, 2 votes Hunter. 5th vote, Tyler. We're at 3 votes Tyler, 2 votes Hunter. 6th vote, Hunter. You're at 3 votes Tyler, 3 votes Hunter. 7th vote, Tyler. We're at 4 votes Tyler, 3 votes Hunter. 8th vote, eighth person voted out of Survivor BC Deus Ex Machina, and the second member of our jury is Tyler. Tyler, convert me your torch.
Alright. Good going, guys. I feel like you've wanted to do this for a long time.
Maybe. Tyler, the tribe has spoken.
Yeah.
Time for you to go. Alright, head back to camp. See you all later.
Ooh, that is. My Survivor experience has been a mix of horrendous because of the elements, like I'm actually dying out here. I hate it so much. But I always have a good time. I love playing this stuff. I met great people. I made moves that I'm very proud of. I was very proud of my pre-merge game. I think I got lazy at the merge. I blame myself. I think I need to go with my gut and I need to vote it out Kirk. Even though I knew Regan was very into Kirk and she's like, we could work with him, I should have grabbed a 5 and just blindsided Kirk that round instead. That's just what I should have done.
You never had my vote, but now you'll never have my respect. It's one thing to not like that you're not included in the majority alliance. It's another thing to personally attack somebody for being weak. Guess what? It's not a bad thing to be weak. That sort of toxic masculinity is bullshit. And that toxicity will cloud you for the rest of your life if you don't make a change.